Think you can shoot that far?
Yeah, just go like that.
Just lob one over. Day one. Might as well get you some more paint, right?
Yeah.
You've been waiting on deer season for how long?
Over a year.
Well, we're not deer hunting today, buddy.
A little over 2 years, I think.
No, you killed a deer back in January.
No, I'm just saying that because I wanted to kill another one.
Turn a little bit.
But today we're doing something else.
Today, we're hunting elk.
Yes.
Jeez, there's an elk right there, the white-faced one.
Look at all these tracks.
You hear him hollering? Or that's some retard hollering one of the two. He would sit back there on that ledge. And down there, top of that corner that you can see him every now and then.
They're definitely walking this riverbank. Think you can shoot that far?
Yeah, just go like that.
Just lob one over.
Yeah, that was an elevation.
That was a bull.
Is somebody calling at her? Or did they just do it 3 times in a row?
That sounds like a bull.
Oh shit, so he ought to be close. Or maybe he can slip over in there and find some extra vehicles and possibly bigger.
So our hunt just went from an elk hunt to a poacher hunt. We've actually got a couple people just across the river that have been blowing elk calls. It's kind of funny though, the property owner where we're hunting is game warden. So now we're people watching while we elk hunt, trying to find who's over there hunting, but we don't want to go messing with them.
No, we never seen anybody. Carl claims he's seen them down there by the house at the point, you know, on the other side of the river. We haven't seen them. We've just heard them. Yeah, they're just on the west side of the river from us. And we've heard them all morning. So they've got to come. The only way out is to come up there by Sean's house.
Are we doing like actual guides here? Do y'all do like actual guides here?
You're the only one.
Well, this morning's hunt was completely ruined. So the way this works in southern Oklahoma, so Oklahoma's divided into 4 quadrants when it comes to elk tags. Northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. We're in the southeast by about 10 miles. I-35 is the divider. Southeastern Oklahoma has a quota, a tag limit of 5 elk. Once those 5 tags are filled, they close the season. So before we can go back in the woods tonight, this evening, we have to make sure there's still tags available. So, 2 trespassers came in on the opposite side of the river on the same landowner that we were hunting on. The convenient, funny part is the landowner is a game warden, and his dad was there feeding cows and saw the 2 guys that we could hear. They were blowing an elk call. They were bugling all morning long, since before daylight. And they got close enough to us we could hear their little cow bleats every once in a while. And anyways, the landowner's dad was there feeding cows, and he was set up on the edge of the river watching about a half-a-mile stretch of river for us in case the elk crossed the river. We thought there was elk bugling over there, but it was 2 guys that were trespassing. Anyways, long story short, they got caught by the game warden. Shocker, right? You trespass on the game warden's property. When elk, there's not many places in southeast Oklahoma that you can even hunt elk. And we're only hunting 10 miles from our house. But there's a herd of 100% wild, free range, low fence, wild elk. And quite a few decent sized bulls that run that river. They live along the river. And we've got a really good opportunity to hunt, and it's already been screwed up once by people breaking the law. So we come back to the house. We're going to get some lunch, take a nap, and then head back over this evening because it's supposed to be like 94, 95 degrees today. No reason to sit out there. Those elk are going to be bedded up deep in the timber. So hopefully we'll catch them this evening coming back down to the river. They cross the river every morning, every evening, going to and from their grazing areas. So we just got to hopefully we can get in the right spot along the river and catch them as they cross. You got ready to go, princess?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing.
Hang on, let me strap her up. We're good.
So we just checked the Oklahoma Wildlife Department website. The southeastern quadrant of Oklahoma has that quota of 5 elk, and only 2 were harvested this morning. So, should be 3 tags still available. And as long as that quota is not filled, we can keep hunting. So if they don't get filled this evening, as long as we checked, before we come out in the morning, we can still hunt. And if there's a 5 elk quota, and say you check it and you go out hunting and 10 people kill an elk that evening, they can all check them in. It's not like that the tags are shut off. It's just when that quota is filled, if you go over, you go over, but you have to check before the hunt. So, Houston, you gonna ride that bike out to the hunting spot?
No. I'll fall off a ledge.
Dang, I missed it.
I can do lefty and righty.
You already got bucked off?
Yeah.
Your hat's hanging on my camera tripod deal.
Are you still hunting here?
Not much to see.
I can see you and a lot of other things.
Not many animals to see. We've seen one mama pig and a bunch of babies. We're not here pig hunting though. Could you keep it down over there, sir? Quit rustling those leaves. Being awful loud. Cookie. So we split up this evening from Trevor, and he's sitting on the river, and he just saw a small bull. It's all kind of funky looking. He kind of come up on the riverbank and bedded down, and then he said he got up a few minutes ago and started working our direction. So I don't know if he'll make it here before dark, but we're gonna give it an effort. Would you shoot him if he walked out?
Yeah.
He'd be an 11-point, right? You have one horn sticking up like this and one down like this.
It looks like a horn.
Okay, it's morning of day 2. We just checked the Oklahoma Wildlife Department's website before we left the house. There's one tag left for the whole southeast quadrant of Oklahoma. And yesterday didn't pan out really great. We saw a couple deer, heard some good bulls bugling, got some text messages from game wardens and people that were seeing elk half a mile from us. This is a very protected herd of elk that the state really looks out for, trying to protect them because there's not a huge population of wild elk in our area. And there's a lot of poachers, a lot of trespassers, a lot of people want to get a shot at one of these big bulls that aren't doing it legally. So we've got probably just one chance left this morning. Yesterday evening, Houston and I didn't see any elk, but we split off from Trevor, the guy that was helping us. And he saw one young bull, kind of a weird looking spike, come out on the river 150, 200 yards from him, and he bedded down. And then he ended up moving into the timber, coming towards us, but he never actually made it. But on the bright side, it's Monday morning, and Houston's skipping school. There shouldn't be many hunters in the woods. There shouldn't be too many people out today. And we just pulled up, and it's about 6 a.m. We've already heard 2 bulls bugle. Now, we're not calling to these elk. It's such a small herd. I think we would be hurting ourselves if we started calling to them, because these bulls know each other. There's not like they're not roaming miles and miles and miles and miles and, having satellite bulls come in from,
Colorado.
3 miles away, like in Colorado or Utah or Wyoming or New Mexico.
Yeah.
These bulls are all local to this area. So I think if we get out here and start making a bunch of weird noises, they're going to know that's not from their herd.
Yeah,
So,
also the owner here, he tried to do that last year, and when they heard it, they just all started turning and running away.
Yep.
But it's just such a small community that they know their sounds.
That's
because
right.
they all bugle.
They all know each other.
And,
So-
and there's not there's 500 or something. There's only a group of 100 around here in our area.
That's right. So we're going to sneak in here in the dark, get set up on the river, and we're just going to have to kind of get lucky and hope that we can get in front of them where they're crossing and passing through. We've seen tons of sign along the river, and I think that's our best bet. We just got a phone call from the landowner, and he said that he got a call from the neighboring landowner, and said someone just shot the biggest bull around, the big herd bull. And if so, that means as soon as they find him and tag him in, the season will be closed. Technically, as long as we're in the woods, we can still tag an elk. We can still shoot an elk because we checked before we came out. But it's not looking promising. Now, they haven't found this elk that's been shot yet, and it is the very next property over. And if they get in the woods, start pushing animals around, there's a good chance they're going to push them down the river, across the river to us.
Jeez, I'm shaking so much right now.
So, one full day and a couple hours of a morning is the full extent of elk season in southeast Oklahoma this year. But maybe we'll at least get to see something before we get out of here today.
Yeah. Nutty Buddy, if you're out there watching, just know that you're welcome to sponsor us.
I think it's called a Nutter Butter.
Oh, yeah.
Not a Nutty Buddy. We walked right past her. She never ran off.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we get an elk to do that?
I don't know.
Well, that's officially a wrap on our first Oklahoma elk season. Not the first Oklahoma elk season, but our first Oklahoma elk season. Lasted all of one morning, one evening, and the next morning it's closed. That last tag has been filled. The neighbor, basically just across the river, shot a really nice bull this morning. The good news is, today's only second day of deer season, and we've got some good bucks on camera. It's time to do some deer hunting.
Yeah.
What are you honking the horn for?
I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be quiet.
We got it.
Here.
New item required.
You got that. New item required. New item acquired. Nice hat.
Thanks.
Maybe that'll bring us good luck.
I hope so.
So this is officially our first ever hunt on the new 80 acres. Houston didn't get to harvest a deer on the other 80 last year. So he's never shot a deer on the Mill Creek property. And we've got a couple bucks. I'm not going to show you guys any pictures until we get these guys down, because we've got a couple bucks that are special. And normally we wouldn't be hunting. Last year we didn't do much hunting at all until the youth rifle season. Houston does have his crossbow now, so that allows us a little bit of, get in the woods a little bit earlier. But we're in early this year because we have something special.
Yes.
All right, so as you can see, Houston and I are tucked into we're underneath an oak tree. It's wide open behind us, but we're brushed in really well, tucked in low to the ground. We're not hunting out of our big ground blind because the bucks are coming in. Where they're coming in, they're just too far of a shot for the crossbow right now. Youth rifle season, that ground blind's gonna be perfect. Muzzleloader season, rifle season. And after this field starts greening up, we should be able to bow hunt out of that blind, but We got a good strong south wind hitting us in the face. A dried up pond over here over our right shoulder, kind of taking our scent away from the field. And there's a bachelor group of bucks that have been using this field every evening, and 2 of them, sure enough, big boys. One of them,
It's one of the biggest bucks you'll ever see. Let me just say that.
we just got to see if they show up.
Yeah.
It's a big rounded 8-point, isn't it? That's a lot of cows.
And they're going ham. And that's like right over there.
They might be at the truck waiting on us.
Come on.
Well, we got close. You guys didn't see it. Right before dark, we had a big buck slip in. He was only there for just a few seconds and at about 45, 50 yards. And I don't know, the wind swirled, something happened, and a couple of other deer spooked and ran him off. And I don't know. I'm not upset about it because guess what? Woo. I'm not upset about it though at all, Houston, because guess what?
What?
This is the first couple days of deer season. We got to go elk hunting. Even though we didn't get to harvest an elk, we didn't get to lay eyes on an elk. We were close to elk, got to hear them bugling. Maybe in the future we can make that deal work. Elk season is closed for southeast Oklahoma for the year now. The quota has been met, but we've got a very, very encouraging start to deer season. We've got some really good bucks moving around. Got a lot of food plots planted. We're supposed to get some rain the next few days, and I'm looking forward to this deer season.
Yeah.
Big time. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So guys, that's all we got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day.
And as always, we'll see you on the next video. Peace.